Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuzaita Agama binti Bakri, and I'm gonna explain about the organization background of Maralina. Since 1960s, the Vehicle Service Bus Rida or Kendaraan Bus Mara has played an essential role in the socio-economic development of rural areas. Mara Holdings Sdn Bhd was founded on September 1 in 1985, and Mara Bus Vehicle was privatized as part of the government's strategy to develop entrepreneur to Nedicorp Sdn Bhd in the year 2000. On September 24, 2005, the FCC changed its name to Maralina and was fully managed by the vehicle plans. On April 17, 2012, the FCC was established and registered as a management private limited, which means a subsidiary of Mara. And on April 23 in 2012, Mara Liners Sdn Bhd was formed to execute daily transportation activities. Next is their vision, mission, objective, and goals. Their vision is to become the leader in the connecting people and spurring development in national transport industry. They have two missions, which is to serve a conducive, efficient, quality, safe, and customer friendly. And next is to be an independent service company. And they have four objectives, which is create a team of highly skilled and sensible people. Second is take responsibility and ownership. Third, dare to make a difference. And fourth, able to accept and beat their challenge. And their goal is to provide transportation service to the residents of rural areas, especially for Felda settlers, and to help indigenous community commute between intercity. And this is the organization structure chart, which is led by Zachary Ismail as a Ketua Pegawai Executive, and they have 5 departments, which is Pembangunan Perniagaan, Khidmat Corporate, Audit, Kewangan, and Integrity.
Alright, for the next one, we go through the functional description of department. Okay, in Maralina, there is 5 different types of department, which is the first one is the operational department, second one is safety and health environmental department, third one is human resource department, customer service department, and also the financial department. Okay, for the function of the operational department, okay, their function is to maintaining the service and the condition of the bus that fulfill the customer satisfaction. Okay, their function also to managing and planning the short terms and long term strategy to achieve the company's goals. So basically, the operational department, they act as a brain in the organization to make sure that the organization function as it needs. Okay, for the second department is the safety and health department. Okay, the function of safety and health department is to preparing the plan for an emergency cases that can happen in the organization. Okay, they are also responsible to handle the medical link between the company and any medical center for emergency cases, and also they provide the basic safety procedure in the organization. For the human resource department, okay, this department are responsible in managing and handling the employees' welfare and insurance. Okay, this department also doing a currently updating in the company database and system update, and also this department handling the maintaining the organization website and portal. Okay, for the customer service department, okay, the function of this department is to handling the feedback from the customer. For the example, email, website, phone, social media, and etc. Okay, this department also handling the refund and exchange from the customer's request. Okay, so the customer service department also value the customer by informing and greet the customer warmly. This one is the financial department. Okay, the function of the financial department is to keep and secure the organization financial record in the safest to protect it from the intruders. And also this department preparing the monthly report of the organization, cash in and cash out to supervise the company expenses. So basically, the financial department, their function is to managing the account budget and finance of the organization, like cash flow and more. Next one, we go through the role of each department. Okay, for operational department, okay, their role is to keeping the business running efficiently. Okay, where operational department role is to make sure that the activity of the organization is working perfectly. Okay, the department have to know how to handle the situation such as the ticketing system, bus system, and many more. Okay, the second role of the operational department is to ensure the quality. Okay, the operational department have to aim the highest quality service that can provide to the customer. For example, the operational departments have to make sure that the price of the ticket is reasonable so that the customer will feel worth it to use Maraliner as their first choice. And the third role of the operational department is to timeless and accurate. Okay, this department have to make sure that all the booking that customer already made is very accurate and punctual. Okay, the operational department also have to take responsibility on the bus schedule and customer has booked. Second department is safety and health department. Okay, the role of safety and health department is to arranging and managing the safety procedure. Okay, safety and health department are responsible to handling the safety procedure in the bus in case of emergency happen. In Maraliner, the bus organization will make sure that each of the bus has emergency door and a fire extinguisher. Okay, the bus also will be frequently checked to make sure that it can be safe to use. Okay, the third department is human resource department. Okay, the role of the human resource department is the first one is to handling the recruitment and selection. Okay, HR department in Maraliner are responsible to handle the recruitment of new employees. Okay, this department in the organization will be handling the interview, evaluation, and many more. Okay, all the bus driver are well interviewed by the HR department before they are being recruited. Okay, the second role of HR department is to handling the administrative responsible. Okay, the HR department also handling the personal procedure for the organization, such as handling the promotion, relocation, discipline, performance, illness, and many more. The next department is customer service department. Okay, where the role of this department is to communicating with the customer. Okay, the role of the customer service department in Maraliner is to handling and helping the customer. This department usually deals with the customer feedback, emails, review, and many more. Okay, the last department is finance department. For the financial department, okay, their role is to recording the finance, where financial departments are responsible to record all the receipt and the payments and the cash flow of the organization. Okay, the second role of the finance department is to controlling the financial records. Okay, this department, financial department, also responsible to controlling and securing all the financial records of the organization. Okay, all the financial record in the organization have to be kept safe because it contains the history of the financial system in the organization. Then we go through the data used in the organization. Okay, the first data that being used in the organization is the customer personal information data. Okay, in Maraliner, customer can buy and book ticket in two methods, which is from the online website or at the counter. For the customer that wanted to purchase the online ticket, they can go to the official website of Maraliner and purchase the ticket from there. Customer also can purchase the bus ticket directly from the counter. The process to purchase the ticket is very straightforward, where the customer only needs to fill their personal information such as the full name, identification number, passport number, date of birth, gender, address, phone number, and email address. The second data that being used in the organization is bus ticket details. Okay, bus ticket is very important in a transportation organization. This is because bus ticket allows customer to use the services. In fact, bus ticket is approved for the customer that already made their payment. Because of that, the staff have to make sure that there is an accurate information on the bus ticket for the customer to know about the details of their trip. Okay, the ticket have to be make sure that there is a basic information such as time departure, destination, bus number, name of the passenger, date and time, seat number, trip number, and also the gate. Bus data that being used in the organization is the bus details data. Okay, bus detail is one of the important data that used for an indicator before the departure. Okay, this bus data helps the driver to know which bus that they are scheduled to use for the trip. Okay, bus details data also being used to tell the driver about the information on the destination that they have to go based on the date that has been scheduled for them in the system. In easy words, the bus detail data will tell the schedule who are on the duties and which bus the driver have to use for transmit the passenger to their destination based on the information that is stored on the system.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nordayla Isma binti Mausin. So today I would like to present about Maraliner. So the list information system that Maraliner use is transaction processing system. So for your information, transaction processing system is a group of information that processes data transaction in program monitoring database system for the transaction process to take place. So for this system is used for trading on the internet. For example, is a bus ticket. This processing also use computing that perform the division of labor into individual operation. Transaction processing system is also a software system or a combination of software and hardware to support transaction processing.
Now I'm going to explain about TPS, the definitions, functions, and objective of it. Transaction process system, or known as TPS, is a system that could capture and process the detailed information. The 3 points that can occur the TPS is mostly it is used by the managers in operational management to record internal transaction. In fact, the business event took place outside of organization to make an operational decision. Second is TPS can assure all of the contractual, transactional, and customer relationship data is stored in a safe location and accessible. And lastly is support different tasks by setting some rules and guidelines. The reason is that they could specify the ways to capture or collect, process, and store and transaction in the form of data. So there are 3 functions of TPS, which are system runtime functions, system administration functions, and application development functions. So first we are going to explain about system runtime function. So this system could provide an environment that ensures the integrity, availability, and security of data. Next is the system administration function, would provide the administrative support in letting the users configure, monitor, and manage the transaction system. And lastly is about application development function. So this point provide the function for users in custom business application, which this system include accessing data, performing inter-computer communication, and designing and managing the user interface. So the lastly is the objective of TPS, which is there are 6 of them. First is process data generated by an advanced execution. Second, maintain high degree of accuracy. Third is ensure data and information integrity. Fourth, produce timely document and reports. Fifth is increase labor efficiency. And lastly is help provide increase and enhanced service.
So, for type of information system, Maralina use automatic passenger system, ticketing system, and automatic vehicle location system. So, for the automatic passenger system, it helps to count people on buses. Following two main procedure can be summarized to count independently of tickets specifically for buses that serve as a single passenger monitoring device, usually with one vehicle technology. So next is ticketing system. The ticket system is a method of supporting as well as helping to deal with any problem or incident in the organization and also managing the incident to completion. The ticket system can save time and money. And the last is automatic vehicle location system. Automatic vehicle identification, also known as AVL system operation, allow law enforcement to track and monitoring surreptitiously against vehicle. The AVL system can report vehicle information such as location, speed, and stop to investigators through data finding from global satellite positioning system, which is GPS.
So we're going to talk about the information system background, which is we focus on TPS. It is main information systems used in operational support in a business. Then there are three purposes of TPS. The first one is keep the record about the state of organizations. The second one is process transactions that affect these records. And lastly is produce outputs that report on transactions that have occurred. So TPS exists in all areas of organization and also all types of organization. This can be used in various types of hardware, software, and networks. It used to store data in both files and database, plus with many types of programs. That is functional description of IS. TPS performs four main functions, which is input, processing, output, and data storage. The instructions could generally consist of users or other TPS that could interact with TPS software and store data used in TPS. It's going to talk about the TPS components. There are three components: users, participants, and people. For users, they could take the provided data from TPS and use it in other information system. Second is the participants. The participants conduct the information processing for people who do the work. They also need to know the work, like what they're going to do, how they do it, and when they're going to do it. And lastly is people. People become participants in real time to process, as they could directly enter transactions and process validation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Nabila binti Muhammad Noor. Now I will explain about the IS activity. The first activity is input of data resources. It is an activity where collecting form of data entry. In Maralina, this activity will be used by passengers to insert their data. It also be used for a transaction process for them to make a payment. After that is processing of data into information. It is a processing activity where they calculate, compare, sort, classify, and summarize their data. For Maraliner, this activity had been done by them, where the data that inserted by passenger before this will be processed into the information as seen in the picture here, and this information will be showing in the passenger's ticket. The third activity is output of information product. The information from the data will be produced as appropriate information for end user. In Maraliner, their customer will get the ticket, and it is the output that produced by this organization. The other activity is storage of data resources, which the data and information will be organized for later use, and this information had been stored in this system. Lastly, the control of resource performance, which evaluate the feedback and on output, input, processing, and system that meeting the performance standard. In Maraliner, the organization will collect the feedback or their services from customer for them and improve their system from time to time. Now I will explain about the hardware and software configuration. Hardware configuration is a system resources settings that we assign to specific device, such as computer, monitor, scanner, central processing unit, and so on. The other is software configuration. Software configuration is a software engineering that consists standard process and technique that usually used by organization to manage the changes introduced to its software products, such as online payment, online ticketing system, and Internet Explorer. After that is the IS problem. There have few IS problems that we face by the organization when implementing this system. Firstly, it is hard to handle simultaneous user. Sometimes the overload request from user can lead to a crashing of website and lost information in real time. In Maraliner, their website may be crashed because of a lot of number of customers want to booking a ticket, especially during a holiday time. After that is user need to have a good internet connection to access into the system. In Maraliner, the customer need to inserting their data, and they have few process need to do by them before they get their ticket. The other IS problem is it is required skilled personnel for maintenance. By having skilled personnel for maintenance in every organization, it can help organization to manage their system effectively, and they can detect the problem immediately because they know how to handle it. The system need to be maintained from time to time because this system involves customer and their data is important for them. Lastly, the IS problem is it required a lot of staff to keep up inventory. It is because staff cannot be dependent on this system only because afraid that this system may create false information. In Maraliner, they need to have a lot of staff to keep up inventory, such as for process the order of purchasing ticket, providing the time and date for bus schedule and customer, and receive the order and make people aware about their ticket.
So for the strength for transaction processing system, first is batch of real-time processing is available. For example, the purchase of a ticket will not be allowed twice on the same ticket. Next, the reduction of processing time, lead time, and order cycle time. For example, buying a bus ticket by machine is very convenient for customer with the time saving and shorter queue space at the manual ticket counter. In addition, the reduction of inventory staff and order costs with a modern and efficient transaction system that can reduce the problem of stock keeping, the employees and the costs that will be incurred can be also overcome well. Finally, increased productivity and customer satisfaction. This situation is able to improve the technical work that is more productive, while working is able to increase the profitability of an organization. For the weakness of transaction processing system, first is the high cost of setup. For example, vehicle engineering MRO is a unit of Maraliner Neighborhood. MLSP is involved as a commercial workshop, making Maraliner's operation more efficient, effective, competitive, and ultimately able to penetrate growing foreign markets. Next, the lack of a standard format. When a system is equipped with a complete format, but when the standard is declining, then it will cause various things to be considered before the action of changing the new format is more convenient with the standard. Finally, hardware and software incompatibility. Every piece of hardware and software is very important in the running of a system. This shortcoming is not something that is unfamiliar to organization that do business using the system, but many aspects needs to be studied and researched before taking action.
The opportunities of the using information system is the first one is fast and time saving. As can be seen, TPS itself help the transaction process to be on the cloud process, where it doesn't require the customer to use a physical payment method. This brings satisfaction for the customer because it is easy to be used. The use of information system in the transportation industry just not giving the benefit towards the organization, but also will satisfy the customer that use the services. Okay, the second opportunity of the using the IS is easy usage and user friendly. By the use of TPS in the ticketing system, it allows the customer to purchase the ticket easily. This is because the process of purchasing the ticket is very directly forward and user-friendly. By the use of the TPS system, customer also can make the payment for the purchased ticket very easily. Next one, we go to the threat of using the information system. The first threat of using information system is internet access. Okay. Internet access is very important in order to make sure that the process of buying ticket works smoothly and clearly. This is because ticket purchasing require internet accesses. Internet access is an important thing to the organization. Purchasing ticket cannot be made if there is no internet connection. It needs an internet connection to connect with the system. The poor internet connection will become a big problem to the organization. Okay, the second threat of using information system is virus attack. The computer hardware and software can easily be exposed by the virus threats such as malware, Trojan, and many more. These viruses will commonly attack the system, software, and hardware. Maralina organization use so many hardware and software systems. A threat like virus attack is very dangerous because it can affect the data and system in the organization.
Next is generate and evaluate alternative, which is user-friendly website, IT support, quality of service, browser consistency, and good error handling.
Okay, for the quality of service, the technology must fulfill industry standard. When the service provided does not follow the rules, users that are affected by a lack of standard will have a difficult time getting their tools to communicate with tools that do follow standard.
For the user-friendly website is many companies make the error of ignoring usability. Usability can help your website perform better and boost your chance of success. It can also help your company increase sales and revenue. Your website must not only appear attractive but also deliver a seamless user experience for visitors in order to be success. This is why usability is so critical. It will make your website stand out from the crowd.
Okay, next is IT support. When something goes wrong, it's critical that the end user to be able to contact support to get help. The end user will be unable to sit and look until they make contact. Okay, for browser consistency, it's critical that your website looks and behave the same on all major browsers, including Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, and Opera. Last is good error handling. The correct handling of error at the code level ensure that the website is stable. The user experience and overall usability are improved by display and appropriate error message.
Information system employees should develop a unique strategies the database to provide database security and backup in the event that something goes wrong with our store warehouse to suit. The recommendation for Maralina is major effect should be focused on identify that prevent the system from entire the market. The current system has shortcomings such as lack of funds, inexperience, and insufficient number of Maraliner staff. Next is develop an action plan that encourage the system to provide high quality and low cost service. To increase their customer service quality, the leadership team accomplished a few things. With the right infrastructure, a great customer service project could lead to cross-function change that prevents customer need to contact customer service in the first place. So the conclusion is the existence of information system department is critical to the company's success. The organization is equipped with numerous intelligent characteristics, system and activities to take off all the benefit of high technology. The flexibility of ICT communication activity serves as a communication backbone and to make the process of gathering information easy and convenient. Because all of the company action depends on the system, it can minimize and cause the most problem if it not in place. Maintaining a customer focus while supporting business goals is critical to develop a successful IT strategy, as is understanding that IT strategy is a process, not a blueprint.